Oh, wow. Are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live, y'all. I don't know. Let me see. Oh, we are live. Wow, now it just goes auto live. Well, that's nice. Oh, wow. Oh, that's nice. Every day we're moving one step closer to God, y'all. Every day one step closer to God. Look how quick, instant live this time. Usually I have to press an extra button. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. Usually I have to press an extra button to go live, but today it just said, give him the pass. Let's go to it. Zerify. Let's rip and dip. What's up, baby? It's the drip, so I guess we're gonna have to rip and dip. Branford is here. We are live. What's up, Sharecore? Thank you for coming. Guess what, y'all?
Wow, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
That's true. That's true for each and every one of you. Just a little buttercup. Just a little buttercup of God on a nice sunny day, coming in to see who's righteous and who is not. That's very good karmas on your part. That's good. Come on in. Welcome to the service. Yesterday's episode got taken down. Wednesday I had to take my mom to the hospital. I mean, this ashram is under attack, y'all. So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, tell your friends, and make sure you come get in here. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, message me on Instagram. Come to meditation tomorrow. We got to raise the vibration, people. We got to raise it. I might do an oracle card today. Yeah, let's do an oracle card. Let's do an oracle card. It's Saturday. Last time we got Merciful Mother of Jamal or something like that. So today we're going to do an oracle card. And I got some very powerful karmas for y'all today. Actually, we're going to go back to some original stuff I did with Steven, where we talked about real estate flipping classes. Who's trying to make money in the community? Who's trying to make extra money in the community? Well, you're going to want to listen, sit tight and listen today, because we're going to talk about real estate flipping gurus. Are they righteous? Is it good for the community? We're going to talk about it. And we're gonna have to show some clips from Spencer Cornelia's new class. Spencer Cornelia has a class. Yep, drama alert. Drama alert, but it is going to be a high vibration, so don't even worry about that. Very high vibrational program for you today. Come on in, welcome to the service. Get funky with the music. Branford, what's up? Chipko, we never made you the. Listen, if anyone wants to get that ranch, because we got Sophia Gibson here. She got that ranch. But if anyone else wants to get that ranch and help the community and you know, do some karmas for the culture, for the community, just let me know and we'll get that ranch on you. We'll get you dripping in ranch as soon as you let me know. So thanks for coming, everyone. I think we're about to land on this beautiful ashram. We are about to land at the beautiful ashram. We are ready to rip, people. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. And we are coming in hot. Coming into the ashram. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming in. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't show you that window. That's showing you a little behind the scenes. But I should show you the righteousness scale and this new hat I got. Look at this hat. How good is this hat? And I gotta tell you, it came with this, so it kept the shape on top. And then it also came with this, so it kept the shape of the brim. Compare that to this other crap ass hat I bought off of Amazon. Look at it. It looks like a homeless guy that just picked up someone else's hat, someone else's beat up hat, and just started wearing it. It looks like shit. It came in the box all crumpled up. But I'm gonna figure out what company this was, and I'm gonna let you guys know, because this is a very powerful hat. And I'm gonna wear it. I have a blue bow tie and I have blue suede shoes. So I'm gonna look very sexy at a wedding next week that I'm emceeing, by the way. So, very high vibration, very righteous, very high vibration. Hold on a second, let me adjust myself a little bit. And, welcome to the Righteousness Report, everybody. Zerify says the Matrix, yeah. Yeah, YouTube's putting up those love blockers, y'all. YouTube's living in a low vibration. They're putting up love blockers. They're blocking it out. Even though I am entitled to using really any clip I goddamn want. It's fair use, people. It's fair use. We are doing spiritual commentary. I mean, I'm a certified spiritual teacher in the community, doing commentary, raising the vibration. What right do they have? What right do they have to take down our videos? They don't. They have no right. But that's why we got to make sure that we're hitting the like, hitting the subscribe, and we are building this congregation, making it more and more powerful every day, moving it one step closer to God. And that's what happens with all.
Yeah, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
All these buttercups in the audience. Man, I found this actually in tension from Eckhart Tolle. This is great. Listen to this. This is actually good. This is a good vibration raiser, instant vibration raiser when you hear it.
You are here to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. That is how important you are.
Have you heard that? Could you guys hear that? Did you guys hear Eckhart Tolle there? Did you guys hear that?
You are here to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. That is how important you are.
So just take that in as a little morning prayer, Saturday morning prayer. Sophia Gibson says, that is a nice hat, LOL. Not everyone can rock a fedora, to be honest. I mean, you know, I find that the smaller brim fedora is the more goofy look. Whereas if you get into these big ass fedoras, like you get into this one, this is like, it's almost too powerful to even, it's like too big. It's like too big and bold to question it. You know what I mean? It's bold. It's a bold statement. So, you know, unless someone attacks me, that's it. I know I like this one too. This is a nice one. The big brim is everything. You know what I'm saying? But today we're going to be talking about real estate investment classes. Is it righteous? Is it righteous? And the reason why this has been brought to my attention is because actually this week I just realized that one of our good friends of the show, been on the show many times. It's been a while, and maybe he'll come back too. I don't know if he wants to. I don't know if he's into like these like long streams really. But we will be talking today about Spencer Cornelia's new class. He's got a real estate class. He's got a new real estate class, and many people in the community are saying, Babaji, 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 Babaji. But is it righteous to do such a class? Is it righteous? That's what people in the community are saying. So we, of course, have to do our karmas and answer that question, and we will be doing that today. So let's watch this video first.
I haven't paid my mortgage in 7 years. Don't tell my lender that though. The truth is that my tenants have been paying my mortgage and living expenses for the last 7 years. How did I do that? I've created a system for buying real estate and living for free. Throughout the last 7 years, I've learned the best properties to buy. I've figured out how to make 50% more than other rentals in the area. I've learned how to minimize headaches and how to systematize my business to make it easy on me. After buying my first,
And in
I immediately
Vegas,
began
too.
thinking about how
I gotta say, upon first glance, I like it.
to grow my business to the point of being financially free from my rental income. I made some mistakes along the way, but thankfully I figured out how to eliminate them. I've also made some pretty awesome decisions too, which has allowed me to reach a point where my rental income covers my living expenses. I'm building equity in assets while living for free. Once I reach the...
It's a great video. He has this video on his channel, and he's like walking around the house, and he's like, just every extra room, he's like, you know, see that? Dining room? Looks like a bedroom. You can just convert everything into a bedroom.
Point of financial
Very Asian. Asians been doing this since the 80s.
independence, I knew it was time to create a course to share everything I know with you. I have a module dedicated to learning every aspect of house hacking that you'll need to know. I have a module full of house tours where I walk through actual properties so that you can see a breakdown of how I analyze houses. I have a module full of case studies. And then I have a module containing all of the assets I use to make my business run as smoothly as possible and with the minimal amount of problems. Wow. If you're looking to house hack, I believe this is the best place on the internet to learn how to become a house hack king.
House hacking or house hacking. I like the name. The name is righteous. House hacking, house hack king. The double meaning, the double pun. My goal for you is to learn how to optimize personal finances, find the perfect house hack, be generating more income. It's all great stuff. I do feel like, you know, there is, these are the modules, okay. Price is a big deal here. Price is a big deal. So this, I mean, $297, it's not bad. $297 is not bad. And then he has the bonus extra income out of this of like, if you work with him, if you want to work with him as your agent, he might charge you a consulting fee. We don't know what that is. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But then he also, you can just hire him because he's a real estate agent. So if you hire him to be your real estate agent, he's making like 30, 40,000 probably off that deal. You know, $297, I gotta say, you know, people are in my messages, people are in the DM saying, they're saying, Babaji, this is not righteous. He's doing a scam class. I wouldn't say it's a scam class. I think it's actually pretty nice. This is
I'm going to share with you the numbers.
This is the main
and
sales
then at
video.
the end, I'm going to share with you a couple quick tips for you if you want to start implementing the house hacking strategy and start living for free. Make sure to watch until the end.
Everything I focus on is implementing a strategic process to go from point A to point B. In my video detailing how to go from 0 to 100K net worth quickly, I showed how I am strategically moving to obtain assets by the end of 2021. I had one house hack at the time. Here's my second.
Welcome. Come on in. This is my new house.
The goal with house hacking is to start with a property you can easily afford and work your way up.
That's very righteous. When I went to Trump University, they were like, you're going to be a millionaire in 6 months. Give me your, and 10,000. And because they were telling you you're going to be a millionaire in 6 months, they were like, it's 10,000, you know, you got to pay 10,000, 2,000 for the first weekend. But then as soon as you get there, they're like selling you another $30,000 worth of classes. And they're basically telling you if you get the $30,000 worth, you're going to be a millionaire in 6 months. But if you're going to be a pussy, but if you're going to be soft, then you pay $5,000, only get one class, then you might take 5 years to get the millionaires, to become a millionaire. This is actually very reasonable.
Not focus on your dream house to start. My previous property was not nearly as nice as this one. The goal is to start with what you can afford and then work your way up the socioeconomic ladder at your pace.
Come on up. This is the main level. Here's where we have living room to the right. We have dining room here as well. So if you want to really get creative with house hacking, you can actually turn this into an office. With a lot of people working from home, this is, to me, this is an office space. And if you want to get crazy, you could turn it into a 7th bed. Follow me. We've got another living room over here.
So Asian.
Here, we've got a
Why dining room? Why you need a dining room? Dining room and kitchen.
main level.
It's true. I mean, you know, here in the West, we do. It's a. Yeah, what do you need a dining room for? You're not going to invite friends over and, you know, hang out and throw a party. Bedroom it.
Bathroom, half bath, right here.
For those not aware, house hacking is a simple concept where you buy a house with enough bedrooms to rent the spare rooms to roommates, and the rental income received covers all living expenses. I take this to the extreme and only buy houses where I will cash flow from day one. This house is nearly 3,100 square feet, has 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms, and has 3 levels. With a purchase price of $500,000, it's right on the borderline of being classified as a luxury house in Las Vegas. The house was built in 2013, and the build quality is really high. If you're not able to afford this type of house yet, do not worry. It will come soon enough if you trust the process.
Welcome to the kitchen, and I guess
This is very, very reasonable, actually, I gotta say. Compared to Trump University. Trump University was like, you're gonna be a millionaire tomorrow, give me $40,000, $2,000 for the first weekend, and then, like I said, it's like $40,000 for the rest of the classes. There's like 4 more classes. Really, I have to say, this video that he's doing right here, this video covers this whole first weekend. Because the whole first weekend that we did at Trump University, it was basically 12 minutes worth of actual knowledge, which Spencer kind of covers here in this video. And then the rest of the time, it was all like pump-up speeches and sales tact, selling you the $40,000 class. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta say, like, first look is pretty righteous. Now, it's pretty, I mean, look, it's not illegal. But we got to get into, and let me talk to the congregation right here. How's everybody doing with money? You guys have money? Is everybody doing okay with money? Is everybody doing okay with money? Is anyone looking for extra money in the congregation? Because here's the thing, right? Is that real estate hacking, it's legal, and at $300, it's a good price, but is it righteous? You know, and Didier Munyamburenzi says his content has righteousness. His content is very righteous, but then he does lean into these, like... I remember one time he brought this pickup artist on the show, and he's telling us, like, no, he's legit. I saw the spreadsheets. He's banged over 6,000 girls. I saw the spreadsheet. He's good. You know, he was like really selling us this pickup artist one time. And the guy was such a psycho that Steven and I were like, do we want to get into a fight with this pickup artist? Like, he's crazy. Like, this pickup artist was already putting all his competitors on blast. Like, he would put up videos where he's like, this guy calls himself a pickup artist? Well, I found photos of his wedding, and his wife's a 6. And how dare he say that he's a fucking pickup artist? Don't you dare go to this guy. Like, it was aggressive, right? So, and this was Spencer's Guruji in dating, whatever, right? So I remember Steven and I were kind of like, do we really want to get into a fight with this guy? Like, he's kind of a psycho. He's crazy. You know what I mean? He's the kind of guy that would, like, definitely go too far. Like, he's taking wedding photos of other pickup coaches, and he's getting their wedding photos, and he's like, look at his fucking wife. She's a fucking 4. This is garbage. This is unacceptable. Stuff like that. So Spencer is a bit shady, but his content could be right. Honestly, I do. Okay, here's the thing, right? There's legal and then there's righteous. He's selling a pretty cool life, actually. I kind of like what he's doing. You know, I'm kind of torn on this with Spencer becoming a house hack king. Because I'm torn in the sense that, like, legally above board. $300 for the class, fair enough, man. Honestly, $300 for the class is, like, pretty reasonable. And, like, if you're in the real estate game, and honestly, it'll be everything you need to learn. Like, I'm sure there's other classes that are like thousands of dollars, but the Spencer class will teach you everything you need to learn. Honestly, I feel like it's all in that for opening intro video. But the problem is, Raziel the Great says, morning congregation, morning baby, come on in, Raziel. We're just talking about house flippers. Like house flipping classes, like this one I went to, Trump University real estate class. I went to this one. And this one was a big scam. They're trying to get thousands of dollars. Compared to that, Spencer's pretty reasonable, $300. He's trying to sell you on making him your real estate agent too, which is fair enough. I mean, it's fair. The problem is, there's a couple of problems. Right now in Canada, where I'm at in Canada, the government just raised the interest rates by like 5 or 3%. They raised it from 2 to 6%, right? Or 2 to 5%. In that 3% raising of real estate prices, I know a lot of guys like Spencer that are fucked. And the US is going to do the same thing. So when these interest rates go up, I think this whole, like, just make easy money on real estate is going to be over. Now, this is, again, goes into the question of, like, is it righteous? I've had this conversation with a lot of people in Canada. I have a house. I have a condo myself. I used to have a house. Now I have a condo. Why do I have it? Just because I'm brown. You know, this kind of stuff, when you're brown, it is like common sense. The whole thing of going to this Trump University, me and my mom didn't want to go. My dad was the one who, you know, he used to buy a lot of these get-rich-quicks, and he was very excited about it, and he was getting mad at us for not wanting to go, so we were like, okay, fine, we'll go. You know, he really, like, I remember at the end of the sales pitch, the guy's like, we're not going to take you unless you're serious, and we want to see excited people signing up right away, because if you don't sign up in 5 minutes, we're not going to take you in the course, whatever. Dude, I remember there's a girl in the front row. She runs to the back to sign up. Of course, when I go to the class, she's one of the teachers. She's just doing acting. She ran to the back to be like, oh, I got to sign up. She was one of the teachers. And when they said this, I remember me, my mom, there's another Indian, because they basically advertised the Trump University class in like this local immigrant newspaper. So me and my mom are rolling our eyes. My cousin, there's another Indian uncle there, he's rolling his eyes. And then we look at my dad, and my dad's like, you have to go. Knowledge? You never lose knowledge. That's what he was telling us. He's like, you gotta go take the class. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna get rich. You're never gonna make money as a comedian. You're never gonna make a goddamn. You need to get into real estate. Don't be an idiot. We got the money. Just go. I'm trying to tell him, like, dude, this is all can be Googled. Okay, it's all Googleable. It's all literally in that video that Spencer just did. All the information's there. You could figure it out from there. If you want like a step-by-step and maybe you get to talk to him, whatever, sure. I mean, $300 is not bad. But so in that sense, like compared to Trump University, definitely not a scam. Now, overall, is the process of house flipping, Is it righteous? I mean, right now we're living in a market where young people are never going to own a house, basically. And if you really dig into why, it's really because of all the house hacking. House hacking drives up the real estate price, and it creates a bunch of inflation in the market, and it creates an unstable market. It is a little bit like a collective pump and dump. And right now in Canada, we're seeing the results of it. Right now in Canada, because the interest rates went up 3%, we know people who have like 4 properties like this. So they did the system, they built themselves up to 4 properties, interest rates go up. Because what happens is, I was talking to my cousin's neighbor does this, and he's an idiot, but it's simple enough to do. It's not hard to do this shit. So at this point, his whole life has become these real estate things. So he has 4 or 5 properties. He buys one. The guy buys one. In 3 years, it goes up by like $500,000. So this guy's jacked up. He's excited. Does he see 1 penny of the $500,000? Of course not. He takes that because he's a greedy little pig. So he takes that money, leverages it, buys another house. Okay, great. Then, how does he get the 3rd house? Because he has no other income. So what he does, he starts cheating on the paperwork, whatever, leverages those 2, because those 2 houses now go up another $500,000. So then he leverages that, buys a 3rd property. So now he's at like 4 or 5 properties. Interest rates go up. This guy's rental income is like $30,000, $40,000. His mortgage payment is $90,000. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? The guy has to pay it out of his pocket. He doesn't have it. He might lose one of the real estate properties to pay off the other ones. We don't know. But, in the end, I'm just like, what is your contribution in this life? What are you adding to this life? You can hack the system. Sure, it's hacking. I mean, I kind of like that Spencer just calls it hacking, because the people that I know here, one of the things that happens when you start making money, all the moralities get recalculated. So I know guys in Canada that are making this easy money, and including myself, but I make the easy money, but I'm not because I have a condo, and it just makes money. Like I have $230,000 left on the mortgage. I bought it for $310 or something. There's still like $230,000 left on the mortgage. The last time my real estate agent, I asked my agent, he said that it's worth like a similar condo in the building sold for $750,000. And every time I renew the mortgage, I pay off my credit card debt. There's always like a couple of, a little bit of credit card debt, pay it off, restart the mortgage every 5 years. I've done it like 2 or 3 times. So my tenants are basically paying my credit card, and they're giving me like a couple $100 a month, except for now that the interest rates went up. But I guess the problem with people who go into this full time is that, one, there's the interest rate hike, which is coming to America too. There's a big real estate crash coming to America, and Spencer doesn't really talk about that. So it would be interesting to hear what he has to say about that. Like, what does any of this work once those interest rates go up to 5-6%, which the U.S. Fed is planning on doing too. The Canadian government did it. The U.S. Fed is planning on doing it. So is it going to make any money after that interest rate hike? So that's my one question for him. And then the other question would be like, I mean, in the case of Spencer, he is living a cool life. Like, he's building a culture in the building. Hopefully he does his due diligence on each tenant. But in Canada, because the real estate market is such a mess right now, and so many people made so much money off of it for doing almost no work, now you're getting these aggressive tenants who are like, fuck you, you can't kick me out. What are you going to do about it? I'm staying, I'm not paying rent. In Canada, legally, and this is true for probably half of America, you can just move into a place and then stop paying your rent and tell the owner of the place, fuck you, bitch, what are you going to do about it? And it would probably take them, if they're on top of every piece of paperwork, 8 months to kick you out. And for those 8 months, you don't pay any rent. And unless they come after you in small claims court, you'll never pay that rent. And most of them will not come after you in small claims court. Most of them won't do it because it's a hassle. Although 8 months of rent does get pretty high, but then even by then, it's like, just think of the time and effort that they got to put into it. I remember I was seeing one case of a guy, this Punjabi guy in Canada. He bought a house. The tenant goes in there, starts squatting. Tenant owes him $20,000, refusing to move out. And then the tenant actually says, listen, buddy, you want me I feel bad for you. You know, you're struggling. You're stressed out about this. Why don't I help you out? Okay, give me $30,000. I walk away. That's what his tenant's saying to him. This guy's like, what the fuck? He's fucked up. You know what I mean? So that's the side of it that nobody tells you. Interest rates going up is one question. What do you do with the problem tenant? Because, I mean, that's not something to worry about, though. Maybe that is a little negative, to worry about that. Spencer is living a cool life. I like that he's house hacking. He's living in it. It's kind of like a party house. He probably has some, cool dudes that he can go party with and do fun stuff or make videos with or whatever it is. And he was saying that he actually built himself a YouTube studio in the house. So that's good. I like that. But overall, I'd say, is it legal? Yes, 100%. Is it above board? It's 100% above board. Is the price fair? Yes. Is it righteous? Is it good for the community as a whole? Are you really adding any value for all this money you're making? I mean, he kind of says it off the top. He's like, I don't pay rent. I haven't paid my mortgage payments in 7 years because my tenants pay it. Is it righteous? Is that much work being done that you don't have to pay rent and you're making millions of dollars? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I know a lot of people in Canada, you tell them, like, listen, this real estate shit, you're not really contributing anything. I've told people this. And they're like, no, Amish, because once the money comes in, all moralities are recalculated. So I know people who are like, no, Amish, I'm creating value in the market. What are you, a communist? That's communistic. I create value in the market, so if the market gives me money, that means God's hand is in that money, and I'm making value in the community. Okay, I mean, you can tell yourself that, but I've done it myself. Like, it's not hard work. It's pretty straightforward stuff, and I don't know. I'm surprised more Patels don't do it. But as a Patel, it's almost like we almost see it as like, no, it doesn't make sense. It's like too easy. I swear to God, I've told like some of the best business people I know, I've told them like, hey man, we're killing on real estate. Why don't you guys get into real estate? And they're like, Amish, it's just the government's keeping the interest rates low. So it's just a made up market. It's like you're making money off of a bubble. You're not really making money and you're not really contributing anything. And at any moment, it could just poof disappear. So that's kind of the advice I got at the height of it. And that's one of the best business people I know. Really smart businessmen. So I don't know. Where does all this money come from? I mean, it is, even if you do get out okay, it's like you're just, you're just inflating the market and you're screwing the next generation of kids that are never going to be able to own a house. But it's hard to convince people of that level of morality. Most people have a level of morality that's like, I didn't kill anyone. That's it. Did I do something illegal? Prove it. It's not illegal. Fuck you. That's kind of the level of morality that we operate in a capitalist society. So it's not much you can say. Spencer also in a good state to do it in Nevada, so no income tax. Yeah, true. Shooting Star says, hi, is this live? Shooting Star, yes, it is live. You are live, baby. Now that's a real dollar. Okay. Raziel the Great. Again, you all can own a home. You all have the same ability to own or buy or become a landlord. Stop letting these things cause you to go into a negative mindset. Yeah, no. Like, Raziel, it's not even about a negative mindset. Like, sure, you can own a home. But I remember I was talking to this guy, great comic in Toronto. Fuck, I forgot his name. Great guy, though. Great guy. And he was saying, and I was like, don't you want to own? You got to own. And he's like, I mean, this whole life is a rental. How can you own real estate? Every moment you lived in a house, it's your house. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's like sure, there's a bunch of contracts and paperwork or whatever, but it's like, you don't want to get too attached to the materialism. Your life is about experiences, not about like, I own this and I own this and I own this and I have millions of dollars. It's like, the crazy thing is that your whole life will pass you by. And there's a lot of old people that they just spend their entire life like, I got to get rich. Chipko says greed. They're just like, I got to get rich. And then their whole life passes them by, and they're like, why'd you want to get rich? You ask them, they're like, I wanted to make enough money to travel around. And it's like, that doesn't cost that much. And it's kind of fun to do when you're younger, but okay, fine. Like, you want to travel, you want to do, like, if you stopped and thought about it, the biggest dream you have probably costs $1,000. And you're going to spend your 20s, 30s, 40s getting rich to do it. It's $1,000. Just go do it. You know, like maybe, you know, we do have this materialism over experience mentality here. So we think that until I gain ownership over something, I have not gained anything. But really, the only thing you can gain is experiential. The only real value that can be given to you is through experiences, is through moments of awe and moments of, like, you know, moments of like high righteousness, you know? That's what you want. You want experiences that'll give you moments of bliss and ecstasy and joyfulness. And like, you can get that by traveling. You can get that by having sex with people. I mean, sex is free if you just go out and stuff. I mean, if you go out and work on it, you got to work on it a little bit. But once you get in there, it's free. So basically the best stuff is free. Food almost costs nothing. If you learn how to make it yourself, it's basically free. And then what do you got? You know? Skydiving, what is that? $500 skydiving? Skydiving seems like pretty intense, high, you know. Stand-up comedy, free. You can do that for free. You can get paid for it and do it. And that's very exciting. It's actually more exhilarating than jumping out of an airplane, public speaking. So, you know, you can do that. So, I don't know. I mean, I talk about this a lot with people, and they kind of tell me like, oh, you're delusional. What are you going to do about money? How are you going to make money? You got to get rich, whatever. And it's like, you talk to old people, though, and they all say the same thing. On their deathbeds, they all say the same thing. I wish I just hung out more. I wish I wasn't just running around after money all the time. It's like, what do you need all this money for? The most expensive thing you want to do, like the biggest, wildest fantasy. I'm talking about, you want to go hard coke and hookers, Vegas, whatever. What is it, 10,000? Like, if you want to go wild on the coke and hookers, and you know what I mean? Because that's the most expensive shit you can do, is the coke and hookers is probably the most expensive. And that's, you know, you're talking about a wild weekend would be 10,000. But it doesn't even have to be 10,000. It would be, one weekend of coke and hookers would be like maybe 1,000 actually. Because I think the hooker, once you get to $500, they'll stay there all day and night, I think. Or maybe it's $1,000 for the hooker, and then there's only so much cocaine you can do. I don't think you can do even $1,000 worth of cocaine. I think you can only do like $500 worth of cocaine. So that's $1,500. You got to get the hotel. That's another $500. Maybe the plane ticket's another $500. Okay, so fine. We're talking about maybe $5,000 for a crazy, crazy weekend. What do you guys think? So I've been wondering if it's more economical myself. Bradford. At Brantford, make a construction company, build instead of flipping them as landowners, maybe. I mean, at least if you're building, like you're creating something. I do like that Spencer has like a bit of a culture that he's building, which I think is cool. Rewind Cat. I suppose a lot comes down to what is permitted by law. Yeah, if politicians decide to change the laws, if they get enough pressure, any system can change. Well, we're already seeing the system change. We're already seeing the system change. It's already gone up. It's already got, the interest rates have already gone up. Shooting Star says Hustlers University is way better and only $40 per month. Excuse me, Shooting Star. Hustlers University? I don't think it's worth $40 a month. I've heard it's garbage. Sophia Gibson plays this. This plays into architecture where we have buildings from hundreds of years ago still providing value today. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like I just feel like you should do things because you really love them. And then it is a high vibration, then it is righteous, and then you get like a fulfillment out of your life. If you do things strictly for money, you know, it's like, you know, you're not counting the time that's going. And then also, depending on how risky the business is, you don't know like how it's going to end up. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the House Hack King. Spencer, great guy. He can come on anytime. But listen, I mean, I don't think we really, you know, I think it's actually a fair price, $300. A couple of people sent it to me. But listen, we're building our own. We got our own real estate to worry about, and you can see it right there to my left. It is a beautiful, beautiful digital ashram, a church of loving kindness, built for you in the community, to remember that we are here to raise the vibration, and we are here to to come together as a community. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, and support this digital ashram. Support this digital ashram. Let's go into another topic, shall we? House Hack King. Man, Canada's a mess. This one, you know, I do feel like maybe I owe an apology on this one. This topic, because I was saying a couple of weeks ago that Trudeau went to Italy. A couple of weeks ago we did a topic where Trudeau went to Italy and basically told the Prime Minister of Italy, like, hey, you guys are homophobic. And you need to stop it. And at the time, I was like, why are you going to Italy and say, like, you know, who do you think you are? We did a whole analysis on it. We showed on the scale where Italy stands in homophobia. It's pretty average. They're still higher than Greece. They're higher than India, I think. Or no, maybe India's higher than Italy. But it's, you know, but one of the things that they did, I didn't realize this happened, but the Italian government changed Pride Month to Family Month. And that is a real attack on the gay community, and it's not right. And I condemn it. I condemn it. And the people are condemning it. Look at how many people are out. You know, you can't piss off gay people because they have so much free time. Honestly, they'll parade and march all fucking day. Dude, they don't give a fuck. No wife and kids.
Siamo anche persone che possono avere una famiglia, e perché per la famiglia noi intendiamo soltanto amore, perché è l'amore quello che ci contraddistingue. It's the Minister of Family. He said homosexual families do not exist. We are here, we are parents, we have our children that have children. These families, I can witness they exist.
Sono ancora dei problemi in alcuni governi per riconoscere i diritti degli omosessuali a sposarsi, a formare delle famiglie.
Look at this guy's wearing a priest outfit. In Italy, in Rome. Come on, guys.
E qui in Italia ogni tanto abbiamo di questi problemi, quindi va ribadito il diritto di tutti ad avere una famiglia e che l'amore non ha sesso.
E tutti. That's nice. That's nice. They throw a good party. They throw a good party, but I thought that was important that we just say, you know, hey. I still think it's weird that Justin Trudeau went there and said, hey, don't be homophobic. But, you know, also, I will say it, don't be homophobic, Italy. Come on, guys. This is a community, right? The gay people have the best community of all. Like, if you go there, if you think about what a community is, what makes a community? If you go to your gay district in your town, you'll see actually the strongest community. They have the best communities because they party, they hang out, they have like systems for each other for like, hey, if you feel lost, if you feel alone, we have like a place you can go to hang out and meet other people and get mentorship and this and that. The gay community has all of it. It's one of the most loving communities you'll see in the world. And their yearly festivals are incredible, you know. A lot of religious festivals, it's hard to get people out because they're, you know, negative and homophobic and doing weird stuff. The gays, powerful communities. Rewind Cat, we have families and gays, it's fine. Yeah, you can have both. Jewish have the best, bro. Shooting Star says Jewish have the best, really, eh? I gotta find one Jewish one actually. I think I have one in my saved thing. Hopefully we don't get what is it called when you oh my god, if I can find it. No, it's gone. No. Damn it. It's so good, and it's men's only for some reason. These guys are ripping, man. These guys have like maybe the best dance parties in the game. Like, look at these guys are ripping, man. That's a nice dance party. And no girls allowed. That's so weird that they don't let girls come. Yeah. The Sufis say that God is not a person in the sky, but the feeling you get when you hear a good piece of music. You know, when you're dancing, actually, you're not even dancing. It's God dancing through you. That's what the Sufis say, and I think there's truth to that. And this is a great spiritual practice. And these are the kinds of practices that are very high vibration and stuff that we should be doing instead of, you know, your religious practices attacking another community. So many religious practices are like, oh, we just attacked this other community. We're just going to get together and attack abortions, gay people, whatever. It's like, why aren't you dancing? You should be dancing. This is very righteous. Even if you aren't gay yourself, you can still feel the love. Of course, Sophia Gibson. Of course. Wow, this is great dance party. We do dance parties that are like that. Gujarati, we have Garba. We have one called Garba, and it's a ripper. It can get like that, but it's actually very slow compared to that. That's actually better than Garba, I'd say. Sorry. It's gay that only men are dancing. Where are the women? That is true, Raziel. That is true. And it's probably in the name of being more masculine. They're like, no women are allowed here. And then it's like, okay, well, now you just made it kind of more gay. You know, why not let the women come? It would be a ripper if the women came. But they do those. I've seen so many of those dance parties, those Jewish dance parties, and it's men's only. I've never seen the women join in. Which is wrong, people. Which is wrong. Let's do a Rumi Oracle card. It's Saturday. We want to make sure that you guys are getting out there. We want to make sure that y'all are getting out there in the community. And look at all these beautiful cards that we have. These are all from the Rumi Oracle deck. And Rumi is going to guide my hand to stop this on the exact moment that will give us a card for our highest good. So let's hit it right. Rumi, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, guide my hand in picking the most righteous card for today's congregation. And give me that card exactly in this moment. The Angel Razbar. 27, the Angel Razbar. Wow, you guys are going to get a blessing right now. You guys ready to get a blessing? You guys ready to get a blessing? The Angel Razbar. Tell me the truth, I asked Love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, Love said. I am the recurring joy of living. Rumi. The Master speaks of a den of riches, where many precious jewels can be found. In abundance they lie, patient and yet ready to be claimed. Go scoop them up, urges the Master. The devoted ones look but cannot see. Where are these precious jewels, they cry, for we cannot find them anywhere. The Master gazes lovingly at the devoted ones and responds kindly. In service, my beloveds. You shall find the jewels through service. For what is the soul but the finest and most precious of heavenly jewels? Wow. These guys are fucking good, man. What is service but the scooping up of the soul, that it does not lie lost nor unclaimed, but instead honored for all its precious worth and beauty, tended to until it becomes vibrant as a flawless ruby, radiant with the joy of living. Okay, now the other explanation is very long, but let's try it. That's the main poem and then the explanation, but then there's another explanation after that. Divine contribution is offered to those who wish to contribute to the world. The great beloved sees what is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. See, this is what I mean about like doing any kind of get rich quick stuff or like hacking the market and trying to get money for yourself. Is it legal? Yes. Is it righteous? Righteousness technically comes from service and contribution. So the thing with real estate is that it's interesting. It's like some people are doing service in it. Like if you're actually doing construction, you know, and I guess Spencer is building a bit of a culture because he lives in the house and does YouTube. So if he has other people coming in and they're into YouTube and they're a community together, they're helping, they're going out shooting videos, there is a bit of a culture being made there. But a lot of people are just pulling money out, and it's destroying the market. And then in the end, they end up getting screwed, a lot of them, you know? If that interest rate I do want to ask actually Spencer about that. If that interest rate hike hits in America, is there going to be much of a market left? I don't know. So you are being empowered to serve, to assist, to offer a genuine spiritual contribution to this planet, to become a sacred hand at work for the will of heaven. Such is the capacity bestowed upon the soul that is wise and filled with love and therefore desiring to serve. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved.
Well, we're just a little buttercup, aren't we?
I'm going to play a song actually here. This is True Art, Real Affection Part 4 by Noir A. Blanc V, right here on the Drip, 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 Rip and Dip, live on YouTube. Let's continue this. So then, do not doubt yourself, beloved. You have been blessed with this by the Master to find the precious jewel of your own soul and claim it. Cast aside your doubts, then. Yet perhaps this is not easy for you to do. Perhaps you look at the world, even your chosen field of endeavor, and already you hear so many voices speaking. You may wonder if your own contribution would simply add noise to the cacophony. You may wonder if you can really help, if you have anything genuine to add, or if there is just too much noise anyway. You may hesitate and become fearful. Do not despair, my beloved. It is part of your divine destiny to add something of great value to the world. Something that has its place even amongst all the activity. Something needed absolutely in the hearts of all. Wow. Let's do the prayer. This is really long, but the prayer is not bad. Okay, so I'll bless this on you all, and we're actually just about reaching 11, so it's going to be time to go soon. Let's read a couple of these comments. There's even scientific proof that homosexuality is important in populations. Plenty of species exhibit it to care for babies that have no biological parents, like penguins. That's true. Let's make a friendly bet and meet back here in 30 years. Okay. I promise that civilization will not break down in 30 years because of gay people, lol. Yeah, Rewind Cat, are you trying to say that civilization is going to fall down because of gay people? I don't think so. Gay people serve a very powerful service. You know, the thing about having kids, the thing about Earth's morality is that it is very complex. So the idea that gay people are bad, I mean, I don't buy it. Rewind Cat, are you really saying that you think gay people are going to cause the downfall of civilization? Sure, you can say that there's going to be a downfall of civilization. What? Okay, you think gay people are going to cause it because of their parades? You don't think that it's going to be you don't think it's going to be like a nuclear war? You know, we're heading into a nuclear war as we speak, and that could cause some real damage. Even the war in general, wars in general, like military empires fall because they fight too much, because they become a police state, they become a militaristic outside, and they become a police state inside. And this is high level, you know, tearing apart of the society. I mean, this is literally killing people, throwing people in jail, spending all of the money on it. You know, so to compare the damage done by that to gay people, I mean, it's just not even close. But I'm sure Rewind Cat doesn't think that. Oh, Shooting Star is saying that. Socially, okay, so Shooting Star, that is a foolish take. That is a foolish take. They don't need a month. How dare you, Shooting Star? You better watch it. You better watch your mouth. Let's do the sacred honoring ritual. I am blessed to serve the great, all-loving silence through the presence of divine joy, grace, and radiant compassion. Through the Master that loves me without condition, and the blessed assistance of Angel Rasbar, who loves me unconditionally, I accept all help and I offer myself completely in service to life, to being, and to assist humanity in a practical way, according to the graces and talents I have been given. So be it. We got to do these. That's great. That's beautiful. Listen, this whole idea that the world's going to end in 30 years, I mean, Shooting Star says, no, I'm saying that society can break down due to wrong values, etc. Family, it's sensible. Yeah, wrong values like being homophobic. Being homophobic is extremely wrong value, and it's misplaced, and it's a waste of time, and it will never do the damage that the military and the police state could do. I mean, they just don't have that kind of capacity. They're actually creating a beautiful culture. Like I said, the gay culture is a very powerful culture. A lot of married people are fucked up, actually. You know, I mean, you do need to have kids. There is an issue where we're not having enough kids, maybe. But I do also think that it comes and goes in waves, you know? Like, we might just be in a bit of a lull. And that, again, could be because of the economy, Shooting Star. You know, you can blame gay people and you can blame trans people all you want. But at the end of the day, when you really look at the numbers, it's the economy that's keeping people from having kids. If there was money floating around a lot, people would just get pregnant. And they just have the kid. Because it's natural. We all want to do it. We all want to just, you know, have the kid, mostly. Most girls I know that got the abortion, they're not like, they did it because they had to. You know what I mean? They did it because they felt like financially, I can't do it. I don't have the capacity, whatever. If there's just money floating around and life is easy, I think they'd be popping out kids. So really, if you think about it, these conservatives, they're doing the exact opposite. Because of their fear and their sin, they're doing the exact opposite. They're doing the very thing that would destroy the society. They're the ones that are doing it, in my opinion. Rewind Cat says, but not enough kids, also too many orphans, yeah? Interesting. John Connor, bro, I live in South America. Society breaks every Thursday and people keep living. Families keep together and friends are still there. Yeah. Yes. Sophia Gibson says, preach, Babaji. Yes, of course, we will preach it. No, it's moving too fast with tech. People won't adapt fast or they have mental problems. Shooting Star. Interesting. Branford says, expand your idea of what a family could be, maybe. Yeah, I mean, why is there a family month? I don't know if you need a family month. Dude, it's the trans people I'm referring to. Oh, okay, so you're okay with gay, but you're not okay with trans. It's an interesting take. I think Sophia Gibson might be a part of the trans community, and they got that wrench. And, you know, they're showing a lot of restraint, not just deleting your comments, but that's fine. I mean, look, if that's what you think, why don't we read all the cards' messages then? What? You want to read all the cards' messages? Sophia, what do you think of this? What do you think of trans people in sports? Because sometimes it does look like they're just, it is just a guy saying, I'm going to be a girl and I'm going to win this gold medal. It's sometimes it does look like it's a straight white man saying, you know what? I need to get this gold. I'll be a woman and I'll get the fucking gold. That I do think is happening a little bit. Jason says, LMAO, stop feeding the troll. Family should be every day. Family Day is every day. Chipko says Family Day should be every day. Family Day is every day, people. It is 11:05, people. It's time to go. It's almost time to go. I got some great con artists tomorrow for the show. Actually, let's give it a sneak peek here. Let's give it a sneak peek of what we're going to talk about. Not tomorrow, actually, maybe the day after, on Monday.
I said, Lord,
this is a great channel, Holy Kool-Aid. Incredible channel.
I said, Lord, Joe Biden don't need to be president. And just like this, just like if you'd answered me, he said, he won't.
Will President Trump...
Yeah, Sophia. Sophia Gibson says there's like 3 trans people competing. LOL. It's a non-issue. Plus, in every single instance, those same trans women men are beating in subsequent events. Yeah, so sometimes they're not even winning, right? Like it's not a lock that a person becomes trans and then switches over and then they just beat the shit out of everyone. There's some examples of it, but then sometimes they are getting their asses kicked or sometimes they are just getting beat. Interesting. In my opinion, competitive sports is a tiny issue. Yeah, I mean, I already am a person who's not into sports, so I kind of don't care about that, to be honest. To me, sports are just a big pretend, so who cares? Wow, Sophia Gibson, that's a very interesting insight. Like Leah Thomas, the swimmer everyone lost their minds over, only finished first in one event but lost several others. Interesting. Rewind Cat says bigger issues in the world. True. Shooting Star. Firstly, the media is dying, so they're sending mixed messages. It gets views. Their number one problem. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I do think. Well, we can all agree on that. I think everyone is like overdoing how important it is.
From what God is showing you, win his second term.
Yes, it is for sure, Sid, that God wants President Trump in.
God has already sealed the results of this election. He has sealed it in heaven.
Tracy, is President Trump going to have a second term?
Here's the crazy thing, right? Is that, and look, I hope it's not too soon, because the second term could be the 2024 term. That's the problem. That's the world we're in now.
It's the same thing, similar to Kevin, yes.
I want to say without question, Trump is going to win the election.
Trump will win. He will be president of the United States. He will sit in that office for 4 more years, and God will have his way in this country.
The Lord said to me, I am going to give your president a second win.
Whoa! In the third dream, he said, I need for you to be my running mate for my second election. And the Lord said, because what I intend to do through him, it will take 2 terms to do. And I need for you to run with him in the spirit to see that everything is removed out of the way that would hinder that, so that he is not only finishes this term, but is reelected for the second term and can fulfill.
Zemzem, great point, man. I wish we took Flint, Michigan as seriously as identity politics. It's so true. It's so true. The identity politics is destroying America from the inside, I'd say. It's not actual gay people. It's fighting against them and turning them into like identity politics. That is definitely destroying America.
The mandates of God upon his life.
You said, this one that I shall raise up from New York, I will give him 2 terms.
God's in control. He controls everything, and I believe that involves Donald Trump being president for the next 4 years.
Will it be an 8-year presidency?
Absolutely. Absolutely we will.
You're sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
See, now all these people have to support him in 2024.
He is the one.
Joe Biden's going to win this electoral vote.
Joe Biden's winner in Vermont. Joe Biden in Virginia's 13 electoral votes. Joe Biden is the projected winner. Joe Biden is the apparent winner. Joe Biden is the winner.
Joe Biden.
I like that. I like that they're at the window.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden, the projected winner of Illinois.
Joseph R. Biden Jr. is elected the 46th president of the United States, winning the White House and denying President Trump a second term.
Well, ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha.
Laughter meditation.
Ha, ha. Ha, 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 ha.
Are you kidding me?
He's crazy.
Let me tell you something. Every Christian, every pastor out there that voted for Joe Biden last night, you have brought a curse upon yourself and your family, your children and your children's children down to the 3rd and 4th generation, and you need to repent.
These people are evil. I don't think you guys understand. They're evil. You vote these liberal leftists in and they worship the devil. They're evil. You talking about the Illuminati? They are the Illuminati. They're evil, wicked people. This is who they are. They need to go to jail forever, ever, for the rest of their lives. But the day is coming. You can't test God for too long.
Joe Biden is not the president-elect. He never will be the president of the United States. I'm telling you, I promise you, with full, complete assurance.
Who's Hemant Mehta? Voting is part of Satan's plan. Evangelicals, stay home and pray for your favorite candidate instead. 25 million evangelicals. I'll bet you Twitter accounts we win. You down? I'll bet you Twitter accounts.
I promise you, with full, complete assurance and opinionated authority, Donald Trump won by a landslide. Quit freaking out. Quit fretting. I'm betting the farm on this one.
It's 11:11, y'all. It's 11:11. Time to go, but what do you guys think? You think Trump could make the comeback in 2024? I mean, you guys think Trump... Actually, no, I do want to play this one clip, actually. This one clip we do got to play, actually, because this is just... Hold on. Let me go to break time. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. Talk amongst yourselves, y'all. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves, y'all. Talk amongst yourselves.
Tuesday afternoon.
This is very interesting, I found. And we're going to get out of here after this. But this is wild. That someone at Fox News...
27-second long wannabe dictator line. Dined. Those words were up for less than 30 seconds, but the effect was immediate. Inside Fox, right, Donald Trump, a big news story, you may have seen it. Just before 9 p.m. that night, as part of its coverage, Fox News ran 2 live video feeds next to one another. On the right...
It said they put wannabe dictator speaks at the White House after having his political rival arrested.
Donald Trump addressed his supporters in New Jersey. On the left...
97. Episode 3 has 97 million. Episode 2 only has 58 million. Huh. Episode 1 has 117 million.
What? Dined. He'd been at Fox for more than a decade. He was considered one of the most capable people in the building. He offered to stay for the custom.
What do you guys think? You think Biden's being a wannabe dictator? Because he doesn't have a dictatory vibe. He has kind of like an old grandpa vibe that he's a nice guy. But this does seem like a political witch hunt on Trump. But it doesn't seem like Biden's doing it. It seems like the Democratic Party as an establishment is doing it, and he has to kind of go along with it. But look, we'll be covering that issue as it comes up in the future. But right now, we do have to go, y'all. We do have to go. Let me read some of these comments. Shooting Star, he had a good point in this. Shooting Star, I thought so too. I mean, Biden a dictator? It's less of he's a dictator, and it's more like the party is just. It's the deep state, man. All these bullshit fucking these cases they're bringing against him, they're nonsense, and and it's not going to work. It's first of all, it's making him more powerful, but also because his supporter, like most of us, think it's nonsense. You have to be like kind of brainwashed. No offense. Does anyone here think like these court cases against Trump are righteous? I mean, they seem like you're destroying the political system. You're destroying your own party to fight with this guy, and you're not doing the work you're supposed to do. There's no fighting against the military. There's no fighting against the police state. No fighting for workers' rights. It's all just fighting with Trump, making up these court cases. And not only is it not working, the worst, like, look, it's not, maybe they are real, whatever, but it's not working. Like, they're not, it's actually making him more powerful. But also, all these bullshit, every bullshit thing that you brought against him, now the GOP is just going to do it all against you. Including the Tara Reid, like the sexual assault case, these kind of like holding documents. Dude, you want to put him in jail for 100 years for holding documents? Come on. Anyway, I got to go. You guys have been great. Thanks for coming. Keep a high vibration, y'all. Keep a high vibration. You know what? Let me read it one more time. Tell me the truth, I asked Love. What are you? I am the everlasting life, Love said. I am the recurring joy of living. Rumi. It matters little who they chose for you. What matters is that you remain undeterred. Raziel the Great. Wow, Raziel the Great. Is Raziel the Great like a famous character? That you remain true to yourself and stop letting others trick you into hating your neighbors. It's true. It's true. They want us divided. They want us to have a low vibration so that we're not empowered. Once you have a low vibration, they can control you, they can manipulate you, and they can control the whole society. So make sure you keep your vibration high and keep that love and light in your heart. And we're going to see y'all, I think, next week. $5 from Raziel the Great. Biden and Trump are here to distract you, to keep you arguing and distracted. That is not love and kindness. Please remember, we are the answer. Yes, Raziel, yes. Raziel, we got to end the show with that. That's a beautiful message of love. Chipko says, peace and love all. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Biden and Trump are here to distract you, to keep you arguing and distracted. That is not loving kindness. Please remember, we are the answer. It's true. It's true. Let's end on that. Thank you very much, everybody. Remember, you are loved. Go into this weekend with love in your heart. Make sure you go dancing. Make sure you go out in the community. And just let someone know that you love them. Have a good day, everybody. Goodbye. Yeah.